It's Tyler Tripp, the graduate student from Hanover Park, Illinois. The two-time MIVA Defensive Player of the Week gets us underway in the semifinals, and off we go with a service error for the Bearcats. Paves the way for Patrick Rogers, MIVA Player of the Year with 35 aces to lead Ball State's service line attack. He twirls one home, and the service line already paying off for Ball State.
You saw Rogers go to this serve early in the quarters against Northern Kentucky, serving short in front of that one-zone passer, cuts it off. Really, really nice serve there in front of Tripp to give the ace to the Cardinals.
Rogers goes right down the middle this time, gives the Bearcats a chance to swing. And an attack error on Sam Hoskins, so the Cardinals have jumped out to a 3-0 advantage.
Good start here for the Cardinals. If you haven't watched this McKendree team yet this season, you're going to see a lot of action to the pin hitters. Those are the attackers hitting on the outsides, both on the left and the right there. You see Hoskins just hit wide down the line, so you're going to see a lot of action of those guys here tonight. And certainly Ball State's going to try to slow those guys down as we get started.
Rogers pummels one out of bounds, and the Bearcats have their first point. Roland Lively, the senior from St. Louis, Missouri, to the service line at 6'8". Machado the save, Basilio the slap. Popped up by Tripp, long run for the Bearcats, and it trickles down.
Nice play there by Tripp, just a little bit of communication there. I think between Lively and Flater on that second ball. It's kind of passed way off the court and just didn't quite, wasn't able to make the play, I should say, from Flater there, just kind of waiting to see who was going to play that ball, but a nice job there by Tripp to get a touch on it.
Looks like there's a spot on the floor. They're cleaning up on the Terraflex. There's first-year head coach Mike Iandolo engineering a 23-4 record for the 7th-ranked Ball State Cardinals. A 13-3 MIVA record this year after spending several seasons as the assistant. Took over the reins this year. Jacob Surratt on the service line, and a quick strike for the Bearcats. Ball State's prepared for it. Rogers the stop, and a pop-up from Gunther. Roll off the outside, and there's an attack that's out, and a Ball State 5-1 lead.
And just missed there. Wedge a little fast, a little out of rhythm there. Tries to cut it across the court, but Ball State doing a nice job there. They had to give a couple free balls. McKendree's really going to want to get one of those. You get 2 easy attempts. They just can't quite put it away.
Right back to Wedge in, but a rejection up front. And there's a lot of energy in this building behind the Ball State Cardinals, and they have walked out to a 6-1 set 1 lead. Timeout for McKendree, and Nikki Sandlin will redraw things up. 6-1 Cardinals here in the semifinals of the MIVA tournament. State off to a 6-1 start here in the semifinals. Prompts the timeout from McKendree. One of your keys was the passing battle has to win for the Bearcats, and so far it hasn't.
Yeah, they've got to really have a lot of options. They are pin heavy, but when Ball State knows they've got to go there, they don't tend to set the backer guys a ton. They will some, but not a lot in transition. And so that first ball side out is going to be really important to them. They like to play fast, and if they're in rhythm and system, it is hard to slow them down. So to do that, I think for McKendree to have some success tonight, they're going to really have to handle the ball well against Ball State's serve.
And Sam Hoskins just delivered the first kill for the Bearcats. We have an error from Flater. It's Ryan Lewis with a chance at the service line. And back-to-back service errors.
I think you're going to see it. And again, if you new to the men's game or not, you're going to see more service errors in this than you are the women's game. But certainly both these teams pretty juiced up coming out. Just kind of some, I'll call them bad misses, just into the net. You know, not really doing much on the serve. You'll see that some. So I think you'll see a little better pressure as these guys get settled in a little bit.
Defense trying to turn to offense as Wet Jen stopped for a moment. Rogers digs it. Another swing at the outside, and Wet Jen slams it off the front line's fingertips.
A really nice job there. Good set by Diaz, but Wet Jen high and hard there. Ball State had the triple block set up, but not much you can do on that swing. Great job by Wet Jen there to find that against the triple block and get the side out for McKendree.
Not often a team is able to score off Ball State's triple block. McKendree does there. Machado, quick set, good through the pop. Right back to Wet Jen. Tap around and out. And Coach Nikki Sandlin for the Bearcats usually won't make substitutions throughout the course of a match when things might be going slow for her team, but she uses the timeout, and since that timeout, the Bearcats have settled in tremendously.
Yeah, good timeout. Again, I think these guys are just juiced up, ready to go. You know, it's a big match coming in here. McKendree certainly started out a little tight here, but they've settled in after that timeout. Ball State now kind of looking like they're the ones kind of struggling to find a little rhythm there, but Kutcher does a nice job sneaking that thing in between the block as kind of two low sets in a row there, or two low sets in a row for Machado, but Danny able to find some space there and get Ball State back to the service line.
Two-hand touch and Tripp drops it in.
Yeah, and there you see that speed to handle the ball. Ball State's got to stay in there a little bit on those middles. Plater does a nice job getting that ball out to the left side. Tripp just throws it off the block. It's really hard to play against that speed. And McKendree finds a quick side out, send him back to the service line at 8-6.
Machado pops it for Lewis. Rejected and twirled backwards. Roland Lively, the senior from St. Louis, destroying.
Got Lively and Tripp there on the double, but I think Lively got a big chunk of that, so really nice job. Good read against the D-ball there. Lewis just coming down a little bit too much into the seam. McKendree sends it back.
Good work by our camera crew there to show some of the mustache mania between Roland Lively and Patrick Rogers. Rogers now with a two-hand touch, and he trickles down his first point.
And again, just some rhythm there. Pat Rogers, you'll see that shot from him quite a bit. He's got a really good knack for finding some space, but kind of uncharacteristically not getting Rogers involved here early in this set. You know, we're 16 points in, and I think Rogers only got one or two swings so far, so I'd look for Machado to get him going a little bit more as we get into this set. Yeah.
To the middle, though, and it's Lively again spraying it in. We were wondering what McKendree would try and do in the center of the court today. Because of the efficiency they have with Tripp, Wet Jen, and Hoskin swinging for the pins, you just wonder what they would do, and so far Lively's feasting.
Yeah, between Lively and Klimek on Saturday night against Ohio State in 5 sets, they took less than 20 swings, which is not a lot. And so, you know, but again, we talked about that early on, that if they could pass the ball, it at least makes Ball State stay in there. And if they're going to give McKendree some space, only go one-on-one, and I'd look for Flater to try to take advantage of that here, and he has early.
There's another Wet Jen kill. Evened up 9-9 as Scherer gives Machado a chance. Rogers finds a way to send it. Quick touch, back row, launching out.
Just wide there. Yeah, Hoskin on the bick, just a little late. I don't know if it was a little low or a little late, maybe just in front of it. Looked like a little bit out of rhythm there. He kind of tried to cut it a little too much, but I like that look there from Flater going to that bick.
Yeah. Send it high for Tripp and sent backwards.
Good job, Ball State getting to that triple block on a medium pass. Really nice job by Rogers. Gonna take away that inside seam and putting some pressure on those guys early, but that's a really nice job getting to a triple block on a medium pass.
And Machado places it too far long. So Tyler Tripp, 23 aces on the season, heads to serve. Machado for Rogers. And he plants his second kill.
And there you see it. They love to set Rogers behind in this rotation one where he's passing out of the one zone. They bring him inside. Rips it into the seam. Nice run. You're going to see that a lot. The boys it hard to stop. Gets on it high and quick. Good set by Machado. I like that he's going to him there in that row.
And now Rogers with a service error. That's 4 on the Cardinals, 2 with the Bearcats. And so far, 7 total attack errors, 5 of those on McKendree. Quarterfinals, Ball State had just 1 attack error the first 2 sets against Northern Kentucky. So far, 2.
Yeah, and again, they were playing ultra clean there, and I think and as you get into these, into the semis, you get farther along in the tournament, you're just going to be amped up, you're going to make some errors, but too many from the service line, I think, from both these teams, based on kind of how well or how consistent they serve normally. So I look for that to get cleaned up. Both coaches probably going to put an emphasis on that as we move through the first set.
Set it up for Wetjen. On a quick touch down the line. And it was touched by Ball State. The ball looked like it landed out, but it was called off on the Cardinals.
Yeah, off Basilio there. Looked like he didn't quite get all the way there. Really nice shot by Wetjen to go down the line off the outside bucket. A really hard shot to hit, especially on that D ball. Great shot. You've seen him use the block already here multiple times, so he's done a nice job so far.
Lewis off Tripp. And a valiant effort from Diaz to try and make the play, going over the seats and some fans.
It's about as graceful as you could go through a row of chairs there from Diaz.
He did the double take, looked, saw.
Pretty impressive,
yeah,
to be honest.
Lewis serving again. Wetjen, it's hard to stop, but he has that running start and levitates.
Yeah, really nice job there. Row 1, so Wetjen hitting on the left side in this row. Slater just gets that thing to him. Gunter just unable to get his hands in there enough. Good swing from the senior from Vegas.
And Hoskins well short. Each team with 4 service errors.
And it just looks like they're pressing him. I mean, if you watching them serve, like he doesn't look out of rhythm when he serves like that. And so I think these guys just pressing a little bit, trying to find something.
Nothing pressing about that, except for Tyler Tripp finishing it.
Tyler Tripp absolutely crushing that ball. Hard to do much there. Machado just a little bit far. Tripp comes inside of him and buries it into the corner. Really nice job.
Jack Morikawa, the senior center from California, on the service line. Check that, Boone Feltz. Basilio off of Flater. Feltz just checked in to serve. Now he gives Tripp a chance. Basilio cleans it up. Rogers stopped by Flater. Out to Wetjen off the tap back. Machado says no. Rogers there with Gunther too.
I think
it looked
Rogers,
like it was
and Gunther both, but really nice job there just to hang. Be patient, throw that thing back down. You have a tendency to try to get it, not be patient, and then you'll get some bad touches. Really nice job by both those guys to send it back.
Oh, Lucas Machado is sitting there and waiting for it.
And I like the mix on the serve there. You see some guys having some trouble. Danny goes kind of that, almost like a changeup. Hoskin has some trouble. Slater trying to put that thing back up to the net, ends up setting it over. Machado with an easy overpass kill for the Cardinals.
Back to a 3-point lead for Ball State as Wetjen sends it in. And here is McKendree taking advantage of wide open space. It's rolling lively.
And Gunter the middle. Gonna want that one back, just unnecessarily passing that ball way too tight, ends up going over, and Takes Ball State out of a free ball situation there.
Machado for Basilio, demolishes it.
And what a shot, and what a weapon. Ball State runs that big attack about as well as anybody in the country with Basilio and certainly with Pat Rogers. Machado's done a nice job of finding that so far here tonight. You see it again there from Basilio.
Into the middle, Lively smacks it down. Roland Lively, 3 kills on 4 swings today. It's not a surprise. He's hit 730 or higher in 2 of the last 3 matches.
Yeah, ultra efficient. I think over
finishes.
400 on the year. Flater doing a nice job there finding him, and Surratt was up with him on that one, but does drive that thing high and hard through the block, and Basilio trying to run that thing down, but just unable to get to it.
Small delay, but we're back with Tripp. Too strong. Patrick Rogers serving. So McKendree escaped Ohio State in the quarterfinals, leading 2-0. Buckeyes made it a 5-set affair as Rogers almost squeaks it in. And Ball State is looking over to Coach Iandola to potentially bring out the challenge card. I think that's just out.
Just out.
Now it's Morikawa to serve. See, it was just a little early. He was coming in at some point. And now the McKendree front line says, sending it backwards.
Morikawa in with a great serve. Ball State system, but Flater sends it back. Really nice job there. Getting lined up with Basilio, getting the stuff blocked. Klimek and Flater.
Machado pops it up for Surratt, who does the rest.
A great get by Machado on that one. High, tight. Thought Klimek probably could have got his hands on that on the plane, but Machado, great job going up to get that thing, and Surratt staying with him. And that's a big point for the Cardinals to keep a 2-point spread on that. Easily could have been an overpass kill and tied up.
Went for the corner, just couldn't snag it. So a couple of times Ball State's had a 3-point lead, and McKendree slowly brings it back to 1. Then Ball State pushes it back. So can McKendree close it and tie it or take a lead here? Or does Ball State have enough to escape set 1? Basilio the touch, and McKendree right there with it.
Pass off the net there, and just a tough, be a little tighter than they wanted there on that. A little wide. Basilio tries to go off, but man, wedge in. What a great job sending that thing back. It's such a hard ball to block.
Lewis sprays it in.
And a great job by Lewis to take a little off and find some space. He's up there so high, just goes right over the top of Hoskin into a gap. Again, sometimes take a little off to find some open space. Really smart shot there by Lewis to get the quick side out for the Cardinals.
What a dig there from Diaz. Sets up a wet jet attack. Ball was punched out. Machado. Patrick Rogers, sky high, and a finish.
Hitting it that high of a percentage, normally that means good things for them.
2-point lead, Lewis serves. Tripp near the video board. Out to Hoskin, plays the front line well. Sam Hoskin starting to get more swings. His second kill.
A great shot there by Hoskin to row 1 on the backside. Goes high, hard, off the hands.
Ball State's one step closer.
And Hoskin again with missing one in the net, short there. He was a little frustrated. I know Coach Sandlin said he's usually very calm, cool, collective. Doesn't go up and down a lot, but visibly frustrated with himself there on that one.
Cardinals have made a change at center. Griffin Satterfield checking in. Also Marty Canavan on the front line now for Ball State. Satterfield there, Canavan there, then Rogers. Can McKendree take advantage? Trip the double tap. Ball State the double block. It's pushed out. Too far wide. 1 point set one. And McKendree serving.
Yeah, good challenge there.
Could completely flip the result of this first set.
Yeah, good challenge there from Coach Sandlin, and certainly that ball is mighty in. It's tough. Sometimes the line judge takes her out just a split second early when that thing's coming at him. And
Satterfield to the outside. Rogers off trip. It's saved by Hoskin. Satterfield to Rogers, who pummels it down. Set point. Cardinals making a substitution. Tyler Waite to check in to serve it away. Two aces on the season for the freshman from Winter Park, Florida. To give the Cardinals a 1-0 lead in the semifinals of the MIVA tournament, but Tripp plays it off of the block. Can McKendree extend this first set to extra points, or does the MIVA regular season champions take this one at 25-23? Into the net, and the Cardinals take the 1-0 advantage in the semifinals. One to 0 here in the semifinals. Tripp goes with a two-hand touch. Lewis with a rocket of a swing. Is it off the front line? It's not. It took a moment for the call to come through, but they confirmed that McKendree did not touch it up front.
It must have just been over there, the block. Looked like he got it. I mean, it's hard from our vantage point to see, but it kind of looked the way it came off that he got it, but no call. McKendree will take it back, going to the service line up 1-0 here.
Machado to Surrett. Money.
Good look. That ball passed a little off the net, but Machado still finds Surrett. Good job finding some space there for the middle.
Clips the net and gives McKendree a chance. Machado to Gunther.
A little low on the set there, a little late by Gunter, but finds a way. And Machado having a conversation about it, but gets a little touch there off the block, off a Lively. Give Ball State another point.
Flater to the center, and Lively with another. He's 4 for 4.
Yeah, and again, you see there, McKendree and Flater going back to the middle on some of these good passes. We talked about it. Lively certainly going to get more of those. He hits at a high clip, and he's doing that here tonight. But nice job hitting it in the 5 zone, finding some space, and a kill for McKendree.
Off the net, and it's a Ball State point.
Yeah, wasn't sure there from where we're sitting if that just got the tape or if it got a little bit of a touch, but he cured a little bit, but certainly Klimek, no argument. Rogers finds a tool on the Bick there, gets Ball State back to the service line.
Lewis just off the net again.
That's a tough one there for Tripp. Diaz just kind of, a lot of times when it hits the net, it'll slow it down, but that one almost trickled a little bit, kind of away from where I think they thought it was going to go, and sometimes you get lucky getting a net clip like that. McKendree just unable to handle it. Lewis gets the ace for the Cardinals.
Oh, what a nifty move. Nate Flater with his 78th kill on the season as the center Seems like he's been buying his time to work up to that one.
Yeah, really nice job. He tried it early in the match and they got it, but he disguises it well. He doesn't crush it like Machado. He goes over two-handed. It's quick. He puts it down. Nice job there to give McKendree the side out.
Ryan Lewis, the running start, and converts.
And I tell you what, Ryan Lewis is going to be a big part of this offense. If they can get him going consistently and he can start scoring at a high clip, it's going to put a ton of pressure on McKendree to have to defend both ways, defend the Bick in the back row as well. So good job on Machado to get him going for a couple early kills here in set 2.
Flater the pop, and it's sent down again. Klimek in the middle. Tell you, these middles for McKendree, I know it's so hard to go away from Tripp, Wetjen, and Hoskin, but these two in the middle have had some success.
Yeah, and Ball State's kind of leaving him there again. Gunter's probably going to want that one back because it was real soft. He kind of tried to play it. Probably should have just let it go and going to let Scherer or somebody else play that one, but McKendree gets a touch, and then Ball State just unable to connect there. A little off rhythm. Set's not quite there. Gunter makes the unforced error, and McKendree gets it back to a tie ball game here at 5-5 early in set 2.
So now it's Sam Hoskin to serve. Machado for Rogers. It's off of Flater. Wetjen rejected. To the middle, Klimek. And now Rogers roars back and claps it down.
Just not the shot that you think somebody can hit, just on a gather step.
The snap of the wrist.
You can see Klimek there trying to just take away the shot that you think somebody's going to hit. Rogers finds a way there on that. Bails the Cardinals out of that one.
Rogers curls it down this time. It's almost like he just pushed it off of his wrist.
Yeah, and just, again, a little bit of, maybe just a little in front of it on that for Rogers. Can't quite tell from that angle, but again, if you've watched him at all, he's got every shot in the book. And that time he goes off speed and just curls it in front of the block.
Point goes to the Bearcats.
Luther to the net, and the Bearcats have the service line. Machado, and it's Surratt who slips it in.
It's a great shot there by Jacob Surratt. Ball passed off the net. Machado did that early in this set the first time through for Surratt. Ball off the net, and Surratt in the gap there, finds a way and just kind of curls it back into the corner. Nice shot, hard to defend that.
Up from Tripp. Wetjen, rejected.
Rogers and Surratt send that back there. Wetjen trying to find the outside of the hands as he's done a couple times. Rogers sends it back.
Pat Rogers is on a different planet right now. McKendree's point. Rogers 7 kills, 12 swings. Also have a service ace, 3 blocks and 3 digs through a set plus.
Operating about as you'd like your player of the year to operate in the semifinal of the conference tournament.
Machado to Basilio off the front line of McKendree.
Finding a way there, and again, Basilio for the 3rd or 4th time tonight on that Bick, finding some space. This time high off the block. Out of bounds on their side. McKendree unable to do anything with that, and Ball State again back on a quick side out. Sending Rogers back to the service line.
Into the seats.
And taking just a little bit off of that for Rogers.
Off the front line, Ball State's offense doing it in a variety of ways here, hitting 9 for 12 in this set.
Ryan Lewis again there, high off the hands. Hoskin there, but just not much you can do about that. Ryan Lewis hits so high, so hard. Again, great shot there. Hoskin in a really good spot, set up, just unable to do much on that one.
Well, Surratt just put McKendree out of sorts. And it's no touch up front. They want to avenge that this season.
Yeah, they've been knocking at the door. We talked about that coming out. I mean, what a job that Coach Sandlin has done with this McKendree program. I mean, they have been a quality team in the MIVA and in the country the last handful of years. And certainly last year they left a little bit on the table from kind of what they achieved in the regular season, but they've done enough to be in this position. They've earned their spot here where they're at tonight. And as you said, they're looking to avenge that from last year and make their first appearance in the MIVA finals.
Gunther goes to work straight off lively.
And the baby giraffe will serve. That's Ryan Lewis.
Coach Sandlin said we want to lean into that narrative a little bit. We haven't been, but why not make it this year? Hoskin off balance, Lewis the same. Rogers the back row touch, loops it over, Flater the touch. And they go to Flater, who sends one out. McKendree saying it touched off the fingertips.
From the first one, kind of from behind McKendree's. And we're going to see it, there it is.
Yeah, I think his hand went backwards.
Yep.
And the officials agree, so Coach Sandlin, how about that? 2 for 2, and now she's going down to her bench to fire everybody up. Using a little bit of that Rocky IV energy. She loves to use movie metaphors. Getting excited here.
I like it.
And momentum stopped.
I like it though from Flater though. He hits it, they win a challenge, he goes back and rips one. I love that. You're gonna miss some of those, but I like that he's trying to use that energy to get after one there. Looked like Gunther was in the net there for the Cardinals on that block. High, tight ball. Really nice job there. Hoskins on the right side. Little wide, little tight. Really nice job putting that thing in the block to get it back, and he causes an error. So like that from Hoskins. Smart shot. Ends up getting the point for McKendree.
Machado goes backwards to Lewis, who does the rest.
Good shot again. Lewis trying to find those hands, hitting smart high shots. And you see Machado's kind of found some energy in this one with Lewis. Good side out there for the Cardinals.
Machado for Rogers, and there's no stopping Pat Rogers.
Really hard there. Good set. You said Machado kind of checking before that set to make sure he's there. Klimek's got to wait just a second to make sure they don't set that Bick or the D ball, and gives Rogers some space to hit that inside cut shot, and he kills it.
Wetjen secures the point.
Great shot.
Touch up front.
Yeah, Wetjen high hands. Great shot through the top of that block. Rogers there, Surratt chasing, and not much you can do when you hit a great shot like that. Wetjen has been really, really good so far here tonight. You see it again there, getting a side out for McKendree, which they needed there to cut this thing to 5.
Right.
Get back to the service line.
It's Boone Feltz on the service line. Machado goes for it himself. McKendree's ready for it. Wetjen the slap. Machado, Rogers off balance, Basilio the touch. Excellent defense here. Scherer continues it. Lewis turns it to offense and into the seats. That is how you turn defense to offense.
Yeah, really nice job. Both sides kind of having to make some scramble plays there. Ball State with a good cover on that first one that Pat Rogers just kind of got lucky. That ball hit them and it went up. They end up giving a free ball. McKendree, again, just can't quite side out on that first one, which they want. Couple bang-bang plays, and Ryan Lewis finds some space. McKendree just unable to handle that dig.
A rocket of a swing from Tyler Tripp.
Great shot there by Tripp, and again, you see that speed of the McKendree offense on a good pass. Flater, that ball is going straight along the net. There is no peak to that set whatsoever, and Tyler Tripp buries it for the Bearcats.
And Wet Jen flings it too far. I haven't seen too many service errors here in set 2 compared to the first one, but that's a big one.
Yeah, too many. I think McKendree still, I think Coach Sandlin's really going to want those guys to clean it up. Again, there's a balance between going for it, not being easy, and just missing too many. And when you're down, you got to give yourself a chance, even with a team that can side out like Ball State, to force them to do something.
Machado to Rogers. Try and stop it if you can.
Great set there. You see Machado kind of in a unique situation, kind of facing the net on that set. Just kind of lays it off, that offset big attack. Pat Rogers hits it as well as anybody in the country. And he stays hot for the Cardinals.
Tripp tools the block. Tyler Tripp starting to heat up, hitting over 350 with 5 kills.
Yeah, great shot. Again, Tripp hitting against that triple block of Ball State. Finds a way to get it in the hands off the block, just out of bounds on the sideline. Great swing there from Tripp.
They send Tripp back. Scher pops it from Machado. Lewis has a swing, and it's off Tripp and out of bounds. Ryan Lewis, it's clinical tonight, 7 kills on 9 swings.
And again, finding some space, hitting good shots, not hitting hard and down, high and deep, finding some seams. Wet Jen just unable to handle that ball in the right back, and Ball State sides out again.
This is Ball State's largest lead of the match. After 25-23 in set 1, Coach Iandolo has said whenever his team faces adversity, whether it's losing an entire match or a single set, they seem to respond. Or even if it's a close set and they win it, they've come out with some authority in set 2. Hoskin tools it up front.
Good shot, great dig there by Wet Jen on the Bic, giving them a chance. Hoskin, good high swing there. Gunter just unable to get across on that thing. McKendree with the side out. You talked about it, Ball State hitting 667 in this set compared to McKendree hitting now up to 300, which is not a bad clip, but when your opponent's hitting 667, it's really hard, especially as you see there from Moore College, just too many unforced errors. You add that to a team that's hitting as well as Ball State, it's going to be hard to do much, and that's why you see an 8-point spread here late in set 2.
Yeah, you said it. That hit percentage for Ball State is just a microcosm of the second best hit percentage mark in the nation for the Cardinals this season. Lewis sends one out. So Machado's out. Marty Canavan checks back in for the Cardinals. And so does Griffin Satterfield. Satterfield for Basilio. And Ball State has set point.
McKendree in the net there on that high ball. On the right side to Basilio. So Ball State going back to serve here, get an 8-point spread for the set and a 2-set lead here.
Wet Jen keeps it alive.
Good shot, great job there by Flater. One-handed set, keeps the tempo. Gunter kind of expecting them to maybe just set the quick attack there on that one-handed set. And it goes flying out there, and great swing.
Ball State a point away from a 2-0 lead in the semifinals, and there it is. The Cardinals have the 2-0 lead, says one official. The other official says it's McKendree point, and they give it to the Bearcats.
Yeah, just a little misconnection there. Canavan just finds the antenna on that swing.
Center field for Rogers. He does the rest with his 10th kill tonight. And the Cardinals are a set away from a
job here. And certainly Coach Sandlin would like him to cool off here in the third set to give their Bearcats a better chance.
Cardinals have a chance to
as we move on.
Sweep it and get to the championship, or McKendree trying to come back and the Cardinals start 1-0.
Yeah, and there you go. Ryan Lewis just right on cue. High, hard, and deep. Just finding some space. So I tell you what, above all for the Cardinals, if you're looking at that, if they're saying, hey, we end up winning this match, you got to feel really good about how Ryan Lewis is attacking the ball here tonight.
Yeah, no kidding. He just picked up his 300th kill in the season. So he joins Rogers in the 300 club. It's rolling lively. Machado for Basilio, who strikes quickly.
Little pass to attack there. Great swing, little crossbody, deep line shot there from Basilio. Wet Jen just kind of unable to handle that thing. Tough ball to dig there in right back, one-on-one, and good side out from the Cardinals.
Basilio the touch up. Gunther gives Machado a chance. Trickles down, Lewis the punch up. Machado back to Lewis, the touch down the line for a point.
Finding some space, good job there by Ball State to clean a couple of those up. And they had some touch plays and some cover plays there, but again, Lewis finding some hands. It's such a hard ball. Hoskin go up, try to do something there. When the attackers have that ball out on their dominant hand and they can push into the block and swipe off, it is so hard to do much with. Hoskins in a great spot, but Lewis just a little bit better taking care of that ball, finding some space for the Cardinals.
You said it, Ryan Lewis numbers are like a middle. He's 9 kills in, 11 swings with 1 error, hitting .727.
Yeah, and really not huge volume, but I mean, you take 11 swings and have 9 kills, you're not going to complain about it in any way. So really nice job there again when you're going to have less swings if you kill the ball every time. And again, Ball State got to be happy with the way he's playing and scoring tonight here.
Nate Flater, the junior center from Wisconsin, sends it out. And now an ace from Ryan Lewis.
Lewis, I see it again. That's the second time tonight he's taken a little off and got that thing to fall right in front of the passers. Usually he's high and deep on that serve, that topspin serve. Usually he hits into the last 4, 5, 6 feet of the court. Here he's taken a little off a few times tonight. Found some success from the service line.
It doesn't take anything off there.
A little long on that one, but good mix there.
Sam Hoskin trying to ignite the service line presence for the Bearcats. Machado for Lewis on the run. Dug out by Flater. Trips rejected. Flater out to Wet Jen. Off the block.
A nice job, I think, from Tripp the first time through there, kind of in a tough spot. He hits that nice high shot, covers his own ball. I like that set from Flater, and certainly Wet Jen. Nice job just hitting high hands, finding a way to get a kill there. Ball State gonna want that one back, but Wet Jen just a little too good.
Machado taps it, Lewis goes up. And now Tripp in stride ties this up in set 3. Tyler Tripp having a good night, 6 kills on 12 swings.
A great swing there again from Tripp. And you see the speed of that offense. They're getting it to him quick. Machado up, just not quite where he needs to be on that one, not quite across. And Tripp makes him pay, swiping it off there, tooling the block to tie it up for McKendree.
Machado and Gunther just slowly taps it in.
Ball State stopping the bleeding there, finding some space right over the top of the block in front of Flater to get a quick side out for the Cardinals.
Tripp. Long pass to Rogers, goes corner, popped up by Hoskett. Free ball, Rogers.
Good little sequence there. Rogers kind of against a triple. Hits high deep. Hoskett probably going to want that one back. Just dug a little too tight. Pat Rogers takes care of it on the overpass, sends it back for the Cardinals.
Get this maneuvering from the Bearcats to keep it alive. Machado sets it up for Lewis, who smacks it down. Wetjen sprays it to Lewis. Machado, the cross-court pass to Rogers. Out to Tripp, he's in the hot hand, but not this time. It is that front line causing problems.
Coach Iandola not very happy about that ball earlier in the set. Thought it went over the pin when Flater went to chase that ball across the net, but no matter, Ball State sends it back on the block. And moving on.
Well, Basilio still in the service line. Cardinals climbing out to an 8-5 set 3 lead. Scherer, Machado lines it up. 4 straight Cardinals points.
Yeah, and I like that look there. Machado kind of opening up on all those free balls in the front row. So kind of tries to give you the indication that he's going to swing, and then sometimes he'll set it. Really nice job by Victor Scherer, just kind of put that up. It really puts a ton of stress on that front row block, and that time he swings and sneaks it inside the block for the Cardinals.
Snaps the 4-0 run. McKendree desperately looking for a boost, down 2-0. Wow, off of the head, and a Ball State point.
Gunter with a big swing there. Plymouth probably wished he had a helmet on that one.
Thing had some power to it. Boom. And now an ace from Gunther, the freshman from Munich, Germany.
Gunter cuts one there, cross court, and takes a little off. Diaz is deep, expecting that deep serve, and Ball State with another ace there from the off speed.
Quick touch home, Flater finds space.
Lively, quick up there, quick down. Finds some space, throws it back. Unable to handle that thing, and Lively, as he's done about all night, finding space, getting the side out for McKendree.
Diaz gives the offense a chance. Basilio touches, and Machado tries to save it too, but it's a McKendree point.
Yeah, just missed there. Tried to throw that thing into the block of Tripp, but Tripp pulls his hands back, and the ball trickles out off the net. So McKendree a little life here. Wetjen with some pressure on the serve here, and they've cut it to 3.
Machado for Rogers after he just dug it out, and he has another one. You go from dig to offense with ease.
High off the hands, finding a way, doing what he does best there. And again, McKendree just got to be frustrated. You try to slow Rogers down as much as you can, but when he doesn't make any errors and he's taking care of the ball, it can feel like a long night. Up to 12 kills on 21 attempts and no errors. 571, a stat line most middles would be ecstatic about, and Pat Rogers doing it from the left side for the Cardinals.
Goes back to Rogers, trickles around, Surratt the save. 2 Cardinals go flying, and it's a McKendree point. Well, you mentioned that it could be a long night. It was for Ball State men's volleyball when they lost to Lewis in that last week of the regular season, then came back and beat Loyola to win the regular season title. Patrick Rogers texted Coach Iandolo, past nighted the team for the 3-0 sweep of Loyola, carried over to the quarterfinals against NKU, and so far today, they're staring at a sweep chance.
Yeah, and a tough one, certainly. I mean, that put them in a really hard position. You know, they win that, they know they at least have a share, and then losing that, they go into the Loyola match, and if you lose that, you don't even have a share, you're not hosting, so a lot of pressure on those guys, and certainly you saw how they responded. Pat was sensational in that match, but you know, I think that's a big catalyst. You get that kind of that late season loss, you don't want that. But you know, if you handle it the right way and you go about your business the way you want to do it, you know, you can have some good things happen. Certainly we've seen the Cardinals play well since that point, and I think they'd like to continue that here throughout the rest of this match, and certainly if they have the opportunity to play in the finals in that one as well.
So they're challenging if it's in or out. They called that out originally, and they're going to continue to call it that way. So Ball State secures the point at 13-9 here in set 3. So Rogers, who's having a night to remember, 12 kills, 0 errors, 22 attacks, and 2 service aces, commits the error. Bearcats need just a sliver here. They saw what happened, though they were part of what happened, up 2-0 against Ohio State, and then Buckeyes came back, forced a set 5 in the quarterfinals. McKendree knows that they can do that too. They just need a couple points here.
For sure, I think, again, just some consistency from the service line, but if you can't get these guys off the net, it's a really, really difficult time to slow them down. There you see it again, as good as Rogers and Lewis have been. You get a good pass. Machado goes right down Main Street to Jacob Surratt, and he gets the kill. And again, the Cardinals just keeping that spread here and to keep McKendree at bay and out of striking distance.
Well, 3 players were in the same spot for Ball State's defense. They were just in the wrong spot.
Yeah, again, just miscommunication there. You get the middle server on the net. Normally when your libero's in there, they're running around taking every one of those balls, and you got guys trying to get off the net to get into their hitting routes, and just some miscommunication there. McKendree going to take that and run with it, though.
Basilio off the touch to the front line.
And right back, great response there from Ball State. Not wavering on that, but just handling the next ball, moving on and getting a quick side out to keep that lead at 4.
Well, if there's anybody who knows how to lead a team to come back from a 2-0 hole and down 15-11 in set, Flater's seeing on the floor versus the assistant coaches what they're seeing on the bench. And you as a coach, Tucker, can probably attest to the working relationship with student athletes to make sure that you're maximizing what you see on the floor.
Yeah, and there are a lot of teams that kind of designate those positions, kind of offensive, defensive coordinators, you know, or maybe you're taking a little bit more of the huddle in certain situations. So, you know, certainly that makes sense, but
yeah.
I tell you what, I'd like to be Pat Rogers' offensive coordinator, because it'd kind of be like being the offensive coordinator for Tom Brady. I don't know that you need to do much, but roll him out and tell him to have fun.
Go win a game. That is now 13 for 23 for Pat Rogers. 565, 0 errors. Not much else to say. There's Feltz to serve. Go back to Lewis, popped up by Hoskin. Wetjen. Machado, Rogers curls it back to him. Machado rejected up front. How about Roland Lively's night?
Yeah, that's a good one there for McKendree. Lively gets him just a little bit farther off the net, and Lively just hangs in there, gets his stuff, and just a little bit of life there here. McKendree gets it back down to 2, so we'll see if Feltz can keep the pressure on here from the service line.
Sophomore from Knoxville, Tennessee, pounds it out.
It's a little long. He's done a really nice job coming in some of these spots to serve in all 3 sets, but McKendree here now on, they get a side out, can get it back down the 2. They got one of those points back, so we'll see as Ball State goes to a serving sub of their own. Tyler Wynn.
Touch in the middle, does it stay in? It does not, so Lively with another serve
Nice
of points.
Yeah, great swing there by Lively, and Surratt all over it this time for Ball State, but just a little late on that, and Lively continues his hot streak here.
He's 8 for 9.
Really doing a nice job for McKendree, giving them some life in the middle of the court and back down to 2 points.
Machado to Lewis. Little off balance there. Now McKendree has a chance to pull within 1. Tripp sends it up. Machado the save. Rogers the whack. And it is a Ball State point off the touch. And Flater's going over to Coach Sandlin and saying, you got to challenge this. Oh, yeah. I don't know if that touched McKendree. Lewis and Rogers say yes. And Sandlin is going to on the outside of the play. So Coach Sandlin could be 3 for 3. She's already nailed 2 challenges on 2 attempts. And it is overturned. Coach Sandlin, the challenge artist tonight. 3 for 3. And McKendree needed that lift.
Yeah, get him to within 1 here, so we'll see how Ball State responds on this. Again, cuts it to 1, and McKendree's got a lot of life here in the 3rd set.
Down 2-0 here in the semifinals. Rogers off of Diaz. Wetjen tracks it. Surratt in the middle, slides it right by Diaz.
A nice job there, good job, just great decision. You know, he goes to Rogers right out of the gate. I think McKendree kind of expecting it, but they're having to wait to really make sure Surratt finds some space back into the 5 zone in that seam, and Ball State really needed a side out there. Good decision and good swing from the Cardinals.
A rare stop from Lively up front. And he goes to work with Flater up front anyway on defense.
Yeah, great job there by Flater. Just stick the hands in the seam there. Rogers trying to get it, just sneak it in between those 2, but no dice. Flater sends it back, and again, giving some momentum back to McKendree late here in set 3.
Machado, Rogers plants it down.
Great shot from Rogers there, a little bit over his head, not quite in rhythm. And what a shot to find some space there on that cutty.
Now the Cardinals put him on the service line where he has 2 aces tonight. Diaz the dig, Lively the swat. Machado for Lewis, it's popped backwards, but too strong.
And I tell you what, Hoskin and Lively all over that one, but just a little late going up and across there. I think on Lively, yeah, just that left hand, and he ends up getting that trajectory to go back outside the core long, but good shot there by Lewis.
Ooh, what a shot from Sam Hoskin.
Hoskin falling away. Little crossbody, no look back to the corner. What a shot there.
High looping serve that's out from Morikawa. Jacob Surratt to let it loose. And it's an error. Machado, the high pass for Lewis, who smokes it over. 300 kills in the season for Ryan Lewis.
And what a shot, just not much to be left on that one. Ryan Lewis not taking anything off as he's done on some other shots tonight. Absolutely tattoos it into the seam to give Ball State a 3-point lead.
Cardinals have 3 points to go, but Wetjen has something to say about that.
Great shot. Wetjen just being ultra physical there, goes up and rips it off the block of Machado and company. McKendree hanging in, just 2 points back here.
Trying to stay alive, keep their season going, and set 3 down 2-0. Machado picks out his spot and Gunther delivers.
So difficult when they are in system. You see Rogers lay that thing in there and he instantly goes behind. So you got 2 attackers behind, 2 attackers in front. So hard to defend it. They get Gunther in the gap and he's one-on-one, and not much you can do there if you're McKendree.
That's a freshman coming up clutch for the Cardinals middle. Without Braden Savitsky-Lind, who is all MIVA this year. Rogers taps it up for Lewis. Lewis is stopped by Flater. McKendree trying to hang on, Wetjen. Rogers plants it down, and the Cardinals are a point away from a sweep to the championship.
Graves pulls Ball State within 1.
The Cardinals want a chance to win their 16th MIVA tournament championship, but Wetjen extending this one for a moment at least.
Wetjen just again finding the outsides of the block, finding some space. What a rip there at match point, now running away from it. Gives McKendree life here, still late in the 3rd.
Machado to Rogers to win it, and the MIVA Player of the Year delivers. The Cardinals are headed back to the MIVA Championship and a chance to win their 16th tournament title.